Hi everyone. In the given problem statement of substring with concatenation of all the words, we are going to given a string is and an array of words. All the strings of the words are of the same length. This is a very important thing. So whatever the subwords that you're going to have, all of them are of the same length. Concrete string is that one which exactly contain all the strings of any permutation of the word concatenated. So here, right, we might have a string. Let us take this example of bar, foo, the, foo, bar, man. And we are having two words which is foo and bar. And all of them are of the same length. So we can take this word in this index, in the zeroth index, and check whether bar existing or not. So here, right, we can add this into a dictionary. So we can have a value of dictex dictionary, which is going to have foo to be one time and bar to be one time. Okay. Now we have taken this index bar. So once we have taken this index bar, we are in the our local dictionary. We can save this bar value which is containing one time. Then instead of taking this a, right, because we know all the substring are of the same length, so here instead of checking for this, we have taken this index and checken for bar. Then we are going to take this index foo, and this foo is also present, so the sub dictionary is equal to this dictionary. So here we are going to have an index of 0. Now for the second one, we are again going to start from a value because of multiple reasons. So we are going to check arf. So is arf present in our dictionary, which is not. So we are going to break the loop. Then from rfo is not present. Then foo, f double o, foo is present, but then once foo is there, right, then the da is not present, so you're not going to include that da. So that would be done. Then f o t, then f double o t h, then d. In this way you are going to continue until we reach the point of foo. Once we reach the point of foo, then foo will be present. Then you're going to take three characters after that, which is bar. So bar would be present. So here, right, both of the foo and bar are present. So the resultant string is going to contain the first one, and this would be at the index 9. So index 9 would be there. So you're going to maintain a dictionary, and using the dictionary, right, we are going to check whether the values that you are getting from our main string, right, is same as the dictionary of the words. Their permutation does not matter. One thing that matters is that those values are present there or not. And one more thing to understand is that all the strings are of the same length. So once we have taken for the first character, right, then instead of checking from arf, right, we are going to check directly from the third character, or from the third index in this string, right? So you're going to check from there because of this value, and our loop is going to continue all the point till our, let's say it would be the length of s. It is going to continue till the length of words. Okay, so it would be 3, and there are two words, right? So it is going to be 6. So -6 plus 1, and we need to add that, otherwise our dictionary is going to continue for a long time and we are going to get time limit error. Okay, so TLE error. So you need to be very ensure that how much time for which you are going to run the loop. Now let us jump to the Python solution and see how you have coded and written a solution to solve the problem. Let us first create a dictionary variable. where we are going to store all our words. So it is going to be empty. We're going to have a resultant where we are going to store the indexes of all the substring starting point. Then we are going to have n, which is going to be the length of each of the words. So words of zeroth index, because all the words are of same characters. If I get the index of the zeroth word, we're going to get the word length of all, and the total words, which is nothing but n multiplied by total words that are present. So length of one word by length of total words. And now let us store our values in our dictionary. So for each in words, if each not in dictex dot keys, in that case we are just going to add that value to our dictionary. Pretty standard stuff. Else dictex of each, in case that value is present, then we are going to just increment that counter by 1. Once we have done that, we are going to loop. So for I in range 0 to length of s minus total words, and it's very important for you to check the spelling of the variables. Then you are going to create a temporary dictionary. Dictex.copy. So the reason for adding that copy, right, because you do not want that pass by reference kind of thing. So you want the proper values to be initialized to the temporary dictionary each time. For j in range of I to total words plus 1, and this step, because we know each word is of n characters, so this step would be n. And now we're going to have the value of temp, which is nothing but s of j and j plus n. Once we have it, now we're going to check whether that value is present in the dictionary or not. So if temp not in temporary dictex dot keys, in that case we are going to break the entire loop and we are going to move to the next one. Else we are going to decrement dictex dot temp to minus equal to 1. Once that is done, right, we need to compare whether all the values that are present in our temporary dictionary is of 0 value, means all of them are of 0. So one way of doing it is, right, we're going to take the set of the temporary dictex dot values, and we are going to check if because if all of the values are 0, right, it is going to return an empty set or a 0 set. So we're going to check that. If it's correct, then we are going to, if it's a 0 set, right, then we are going to append the index of the starting point of that entire loop, and at last we are going to return our result. Now if I jump and run to the solution, I hope there are no spelling errors. We will figure it out. It says that there is some error. Let me check it out. Yeah, I made the error, which is pretty small in a sense. So it would not be total words plus I. Okay. It would not be total words plus n because you wanted to, from whichever index, right? You want to check from that index to, let's say, the total words. Let's say it is our total words are, let's say, 6, right? And we are already at index 6. Then it would be 6 plus 6. We are going to check till 12. So that would be the idea. Now, if I run it again, it should work. Let's see. As you could see, it run the public test cases properly. Now let me submit the code. Let me click on submit. As you could see, it's submitted and it is bidding 34.84%. There could be a little bit more efficient solution doing it. If we use a default dictionary, something on those lines, it could be increase the efficiency a little bit more. But whatever you do, right, it will have to use a hash map or a dictionary to store the words, and we have to compare those things. It needs to be done. So the complexity out here, right, would be big of n square kind of on those lines, because we had to compare a lot of words. So it would be uh, not that efficient in that sense, but it is pretty efficient and we're getting a correct solution. So that's all for this video. See you in the next one.